Hello dear viewer, this is Chugcratic coming at you with another video once again. You may recognize me from the hit video where I unboxed HasLab Prime. Now it has come to my attention that this toy, specifically Optimus Prime, has a concerning flaw, a design flaw, where there is an extending an extending pole that goes through his torso so that you can pull him apart, and it causes a lot of undue compression within his torso cavity, which causes some hairline fractures to occur on his abdomen. My copy has one right about here. I can't tell if you can really see it on this camera, but I'll give you a better look a bit later on. So there is a fix. And it looks like a pretty simple fix. All you'll really need is a Phillips head screwdriver and some sandpaper. I'm borrowing a nail file for this. So I guess I'll just take you on the journey to fixing your toy, and welcome to the world of Transformers maintenance if this is your first time trying to fix a Transformers toy. From what I gather, the first step is to hide away his head inside this little backpack, and for ease of use, we simply want to remove the screws that are in here and pull it apart. All right, let's get started. These light bar pieces just come off on 5mm pegs. You don't have to worry about them. Let's see if this will come apart. Hopefully. That's one side. Yep, that's one side off. And let's see. Here's the other side. And the head comes off clean as a whistle. That's the backpack off. Just needed to get that off to get it out of the way. You could probably do this without it, but I just wanted to be on the safe side. Now, excuse my pun here, but let's crack open this torso. Give me just 1 second, actually. I'd like to get a more narrow screwdriver. I won't be able to reach all of these with just this. Okay, good. All of these screws seem to be the same size. I'd rather not have to unscrew every screw in this torso if I don't have to, but I haven't done any exploratory procedures just yet. This is a complete dry run. I'm only going off of some photos that I saw on Twitter last night. I know what to expect, sort of. It's just the process, you know? Let's see. Will this come apart? Maybe not. Let's try unscrewing this gray piece. See what happens. Okay, so the screws in this gray piece are significantly smaller than the ones we've faced so far. I don't know if you can see the difference in my hand there. So just be careful that you are using the right screws on the right components. Okay, let's see. What does that do? What is that? What does that give us? Oop. Something's wanting to give. Can we pull it apart? Yes. Yes, it came apart. Okay. That got the chest piece out. Don't know why this screw didn't want to come out, but it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Anyway, here, if we take the rest of the chest off, this T-shaped piece right here appears to be the major culprit. So it slides. Okay, yeah, feeling it. That is definitely the bit causing the most compression in there, I think. Yeah, it's definitely the gray piece. Let me take a look. There's some ridges in the torso. A lot of the pictures that I've seen show many of these ridges stressed or even broken, but it appears that no such occurrence has happened on my copy, so I'm grateful for that at least. However, you might get a better glimpse of the hairline crack on the torso piece. Maybe if I gingerly pull it apart just a little bit, you might be able to see that right there. That crack is apparently caused by this piece rubbing up too much on the inside of the abdomen piece. So what has been suggested is that we just take our trusty sandpaper or nail file or whatever you have on hand, and just sand down these edges until this piece slides smoothly up and down. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna speed up a lot of this footage if you haven't noticed already. This doesn't make for great videos, so let's just get started. I know the Twitter thread that I got this advice from suggested certain grains of sandpaper, but I don't really have any on hand, so I'm just gonna work with what I got. This piece is never visible in any mode, so I don't care if it looks a little funky, as long as it works. You will be getting a lot of plastic dust. So if you get cancer doing this, that is not on me. I take no responsibility for any microplastics inhaled following my advice. It's not even my advice, I got it off Twitter. Maybe I should be using the other side. Alright, these do have different grains, don't they? This is coarser, let's go with this. Can you tell I haven't done very much of this before? Very, very amateur of me. I apologize. I have no idea if that's been enough. Probably not. But let's give it a try anyway. It's better. It's better, but it could use a little more work. Let's use the finer side. This is an adventure that we're both on. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, by the way. Not just fixing videos, but also unboxings as well. I know that Omega Prime video did pretty well, but I know it's probably just because it's Omega Prime, you know. And if you want to see more unboxings, like if I get stuff from like Transformerland, little hauls like that, Big Bad Toy Store, let me know if you want to see more of that. And if you do, try to come up with some names for the series. Can't think of anything. Okay, let's try this again. Ooh, that is upside down. Oh, do not trust me. It still feels a little better, but we can make some more progress. According to the Twitter thread, there is really no amount of required friction in here. This part does not by any means need to be rubbing up against this part for everything to function, because the backpack has a little spacer piece for when you go into super mode, and that'll keep the torso from collapsing in on itself when you're combining him with his trailer or Ultra Magnus. Let's try again on this side, some more. I probably inhaled like 10 grams of microplastic dust already. It's in my blood. I got chug on the brain. Literally, it's past the blood-brain barrier at this point. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that's a lot smoother. I feel like this can suffice. But, you know, it's really up to how comfortable you feel when you're doing this. If you wanna sand it down even more, that's great. If you don't, you know, your mileage might vary. So let's get Optimus Prime sewn back up. So my camera only allows me to record videos up to 30 minutes in length, and we still have over 8 minutes left on this video. So if that gives you a sense of how long this will take, I can safely say less than half an hour. So very simple fix for a very simple problem. I will say though, for the price of this figure, little unjustifiable. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you know what I'm saying. Apparently there's also reports of Ultra Magnus yellowing after I hit stop on this recording. I might check mine out under these lights just to see. I don't really have a fix for that. I know there's probably tons of other tutorials for, you know, hydrogen peroxide baths and whatnot to de-yellow your toys. I know it's usually a very temporary fix, but all right, that's about as tight as it can be. Let's take, before we put the backpack back on, let's take a much needed test of the slider. Oop, it is much smoother, but still very solid. So hopefully this hairline crack should not propagate any further, and I shouldn't be getting any more in the future. Thank God. Let's get the backpack back on and sign off. So, that brings an end to our fixing journey. I hope you've gotten some use out of this. one last test before we sign off. You can extend this and bring it back down, and then this piece can come up, and then that holds the torso in its extended position. I didn't exactly do that right, but I'm on camera. Can't blame me too much, can you? Anyway, once again, I hope this video has been pretty useful. This has been Kid Catastrophe. Transform and roll out.